Hello one, hello all. I'm Keith Arnold, the music director of the One World Singers. Welcome to the Broadway Cabaret of Hope. I'm going to be your MC for this show. On behalf of the entire chorus, of our board, of all of our artistic staff, I say welcome to this concert. You are here for potentially many reasons, because you love music. Maybe you know someone in the chorus. Maybe you just can't get enough of musical theater and Broadway. Whatever reason you have joined today, wherever you are watching from around the world, we say thank you, and we hope you enjoy this show. Our chorus will be opening and closing the program together, and in the middle we have stirring renditions of Broadway songs by our members. Why a Cabaret of Hope, as you may ask? Well, it's been a year. And the fact that the One World Singers are still meeting, singing virtually during this time, means that we have hope for the future, and we want to share that hope with you. To get us into the music, I'll tell you that the first song, All That Jazz, is from the musical Chicago by John Kander. It is about the jazz age in that city by Lake Michigan, and based on true Chicago stories from the 1920s. We love it because it is upbeat, outrageous, and it won't be kept down. Please sing along with us, and welcome, with Dr. Oliver Ellsworth on the piano, the One World Singers. During all of these songs, you are encouraged to tap your foot, clap your hands, move around, sing along if you wish. Help us make music today. Broadway helped its audiences travel in their mind around the country and around the world, including in the musical Annie, Get Your Gun from 1946, with music and lyrics by Irving Berlin. The musical is a fictionalized version of Annie Oakley's life. In the show, Annie is an award-winning sharpshooter who stars in Buffalo Bill's Wild West show. Her love interest is Frank Butler, a sharpshooter from a competing Wild West show. To finance a merger of two competing Wild West shows, Annie sells all the medals she's won for shooting. In her song, I Got the Sun in the Morning and the Moon at Night, Annie celebrates the simple things in life and nature's gifts. And today, here to sing it, Vicki Olsen.
Taking stock of what I got and what I haven't. What do I find? Things I got will keep me satisfied. Checking up on what I got, what I haven't. What do I find? Healthy balance on the credit side. Got no diamonds, got no pearl. Still I think I'm a lucky girl. I got the sun in the morning and the moon at night. Got no mansion, got no yacht. Still I'm happy with what I got. I got the sun in the morning and the moon at night. Sunshine gives me a lovely day. Moonlight gives me the Milky Way. Got no checkbook, got no bank. Still I'd like to express my thanks. I got the sun in the morning and the moon at night. And with the sun in the morning and the moon in the evening, I'm alright. Got no butler, got no maid. Still I think I've been overpaid. I got the sun in the morning and the moon at night. Got no silver, got no gold. What I got can't be bought or sold. I got the sun in the morning and the moon at night. Sunshine gives me a lovely day. Moonlight gives me the Milky Way. Got no heirlooms for my king. Made no will, but when I cash in, I'll leave the sun in the morning and the moon at night. And with the sun in the morning and the moon in the evening, I'm alright.
From Annie Get Your Gun to Annie, the 1977 musical, based on the popular Harold Gray comic strip, Little Orphan Annie. You may know the songs Tomorrow and It's a Hard Knock Life from this musical. This next one is music that is loved as well. You are never fully dressed without a smile. The song appears at the beginning of Act 2, when on a radio show, Daddy Warbucks announces that he is offering $50,000 to the couple who can prove that they are Annie's parents. The radio show host then sings, along with two sisters, a song that today Stephanie Moore will sing, You're Never Fully Dressed Without a Smile.
Hey, Hobbleman, hey, Dapperton, you've both got your style. Brother, you're never fully dressed without a smile. Your clothes may be cold brummily, they stand out a mile,
song Memory is from the musical Cats, which was the fourth longest running show on Broadway from 1982 to 2000. The music was composed by Andrew Lloyd Webber. In the musical, a tribe of cats called Jellicles are going to the Jellicle Ball, where one of them will be chosen to ascend to the Heaviside Layer, a heaven-like place for cats to be reborn to a new life. Most of the songs the cats sing are based on a 1939 poetry collection, Old Possum's Books of Practical Cats, by T.S. Eliot. The cat Grisabella sings Memory, recalling the glamorous life she once lived. Old Deuteronomy, the wise elderly cat, elevates Grisabella by choosing her to rise to the Heaviside Layer. Today, Bev Curtis sings Memory from Cats.
Midnight, loud a sound from the pavement as the moon lost her memory. She is smiling alone in the lamplight. The withered leaves collect at my feet, and the wind begins to moan. Memory, all alone in the moonlight, I can't dream of the old days. Life was beautiful then. I remember the time I knew what happiness was. Let the memory live again. Every street lamp seems to beat a fatalistic warning. Someone mutters and the street lamp sputters, and soon it will be morning. Daylight, I must wait for the sunrise. I must think of a new life, and I mustn't give in. When the dawn comes, tonight will be a memory too, and the new day will begin. Burnt out ends of smoky days, the stale cold smell of morning. A street lamp dies, another night is over, another day is dawning. Touch me, it's so easy to leave me all alone with the memory of my days in the sun. If you touch me, you'll understand what happiness is. Look, a new day has begun.
So iconic, so beautiful. You know, musical theater doesn't only happen in New York, as it happens. London's West End is the Broadway of Britain. Or maybe Broadway is the West End of America. Well, in any case, this next song ran in London's West End for a much more recent musical, The Bodyguard, from 2012. The song is I Will Always Love You, and it has a long history. Dolly Parton wrote the words and music and first sang it in 1973. I Will Always Love You was the theme song for the 1992 movie The Bodyguard, starring Whitney Houston, which is the first time that I remember hearing the song. The musical The Bodyguard ran in London's West End for 2 years, and it toured the US in 2015. The song is about unending love after a time of struggle and mistrust. As with the strains within families in the recent political environment, the love that binds us together creates hope for an everlasting bond that cannot be broken. Singing the song of commitment and hope, Jolene Black and Steve Parker.
If I should stay, I would only be in the way. So I'll go, but I know I'll think of you each step of the way. And I will always love you. I will always love you. Bittersweet memories. That's all I have, and all I'm taking with me. So goodbye. So goodbye. Please don't cry. Please don't cry. 'Cause we both know I'm not what you need. I hope life treats you kind, and I hope you have all that you ever dreamed of. And I wish you joy and happiness, but above all of this, I wish you love. And I will always love you. And I will always love you. And I will always love you. And I will always
The song You'll Never Walk Alone is from the musical Carousel, which was on Broadway from 1945 to 1947. Music by Richard and Rogers, lyrics by Oscar Hammerstein II. It was adapted from a 1909 Hungarian play, and the story centers around a carousel barker named Billy Bigelow. And it is also about his relationship with Julie Jordan. She works at the mill. In Act 2 of Carousel, Julie's cousin sings You'll Never Walk Alone to comfort Julie after Billy dies in a failed robbery attempt. Later in the musical, the song reappears at a high school graduation ceremony. This song is beloved around the world, sung by supporters and fans of football clubs, among other things. It's been recorded by Frank Sinatra, Roy Orbison, Patti LaBelle, Judy Garland, Olivia Newton-John. Barbara Streisand sang it to honor the victims of the World Trade Center bombing and their families. Renee Fleming sang it at Barack Obama's inauguration in 2009. In 2020, during the COVID pandemic in the UK and across Europe, the song became an anthem of support for medical staff, first responders, and those in quarantine. Such a beloved song, sang tonight by Gabriella Wenda Collier.
When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high, and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm is a golden sky, and the sweet silver song of love. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, and your dreams become stars and
$525,600 minutes, 525,000 moments, oh dear. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? Oh, hi again. Sorry, I was just singing a song from Rent, the musical Rent, from which our next song comes. You know, the song says, how do you measure a year? And it has been about a year, just over a year, since the One World Singers gathered together in person. Rent, the musical, was on Broadway from 1996 to 2008, has music and lyrics by Jonathan Larson. Rent, the rock musical, was loosely based on the 1896 Puccini opera, do you know? La Bohème. It's set, instead of being set in Paris, it's set in the gritty East Village of New York City during the HIV/AIDS crisis. And this musical features starving artists and others struggling to pay their rent and make ends meet. They help one another survive and measure their lives in love. The song we're about to hear, No Day But Today, affirms their choice of living in the moment without regret and armed with love. Rent addresses the fear of death, insignificance, and the unknown, and it suggests that we overcome life's struggles through our connections with others. Singing No Day But Today in this concert, Barbara Fahmy.
There's only us, there's only this. Forget, regret, for life is yours to miss. No other path, no other way, no day but today. There's only us, only tonight. We must let go to know what's right. No other road, no other way, no day but today. I can't control my destiny. I trust my soul. My only goal is just to be. There's only now, there's only here. Give in to love or live in fear. No other path, no other way, no day but today. There's only us, there's only this. Forget, regret, for life is yours to miss. No other road, no other way, no day but today. No day but today. No day but today. No day but today. No
Back when I was in college, one of the first songs I sang in my voice studio was Dulcinea from the musical Man of La Mancha. That musical from 1965 had a number of memorable songs, and it was written by Mitch Lee and Joe Darien. Man of La Mancha was inspired by Miguel de Cervantes' 17th century novel, Don Quixote, set during the Spanish Inquisition. In the Cervantes novel, Don Quixote is on a lifelong quest to right all wrongs of the world. The aging knight sings The Impossible Dream in response to the question, what do you mean by following the quest? A little-known fact that The Man of La Mancha and The Impossible Dream was Senator Robert Kennedy's favorite song. For this concert, we are so proud to present a mother-son duet, Sarah Mellon singing, Patrick Aspinall on guitar.
To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to rise worn and covered with scars, still strove with her last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable star.
The long-running musical Les Miserables was on Broadway from 1987 to 2003 with 2 Broadway revivals. Did you ever see Les Mis? If so, please raise your hand. Yes, I see lots of folks. Lots of folks have seen it, either on one of its tours or perhaps in the movie version. The setting and the story, as you may know, is based on Victor Hugo's 1862 novel, where a people's rebellion is playing out in the streets of Paris in an attempt to overthrow the government. A student named Marius associates himself with the rebellion and is in the thick of the struggle. Jean Valjean, the French peasant protagonist in Les Mis, also gets embroiled in the battle for freedom. Marius is gravely wounded in the conflict at the barricade in the streets, and Valjean's actions save him. But before this happens in the musical, Valjean sings the song Bring Him Home, a prayer asking God to protect Marius, even if at the cost of the student's safety is Valjean's own life. Chorus member Ken Fordyce sings Bring Him Home, and we bring this recording to you from a live concert in 2017. We have two more songs for our time together. And for this first one, we move into the mysterious forest, or you could say, into the woods, a 1987 Broadway musical by Stephen Sondheim. The musical, set in a far-off kingdom once upon a time, weaves the plot of several fairy tales by the Brothers Grimm. Cinderella, Jack and the Beanstalk, and Little Red Riding Hood, along with the baker and his wife, venture into the dark woods in search of what they wish for. Imagine a witch, a curse, and a giant as part of the intrigue. In the woods, the characters find challenges and lose loved ones. No One is Alone is sung by characters in the musical who feel isolated. And the song reminds them and us it is their wishes and choices that affect others. It assures them that everything will come out right. This song is a song that the One World Singers has sung before. Today it's sung by our quintet.
No one here to guide you. Now you're on your own. Only me beside you. Still you're not alone. No one is alone. Truly, no one is alone. Sometimes people leave you halfway through the road. Others they deceive you. You decide what's good. You decide alone. But no one is alone. Mother isn't here now.
Wrong things, right things.
Who knows what she said?
Who can say what's
Nothing's
true?
quite so clear now.
Do things like these.
Feel you've lost your way.
You decide, but you are not alone.
Believe me, no one is alone.
No one is alone. People make mistakes. Fathers, people make mistakes. Only to their own. Thinking they're alone.
Honor their
Fight for their mistakes. One another's terrible mistakes. Witches can be right, giants can be good. You decide what's right, you decide what's good.
Just remember,
Someone is on your side, our side, someone else is not. While you're seeing your side, maybe you forgot. They are not alone. No one is alone.
hard to see the light down.
Just don't let it go. Things will come out right now. We can make it so. Someone is on your side. No one is alone.
No one is alone. That's what we know as the One World Singers in the journey that has been this year, 2020 to 2021. Although we are physically separated, we are learning new ways to make music together. In that effort, we feel connected to other choruses around the world who are using imagination and fortitude, commitment and hope to strengthen our organizations. Not only that, we feel connected to you, our audience members from around the world, around the country, who are joining and supporting and sharing in the music. You are willing to try out a concert of a different sort, here on your computer or your TV or your phone or iPad or however you're watching. And so it is entirely appropriate that we conclude this concert of hope with a song of resolution called Make Them Hear You from the musical Ragtime. Ragtime follows the stories of 3 American families around the turn of the last century: a wealthy white family, a Jewish immigrant family, and a black performing musicians family. Their lives are all intertwined as American stories. Make Them Hear You is the dramatic conclusion of the musical, as the black musician exhorts his colleagues and friends to use their voices to conquer injustice. So here at the end of the concert, the One World Singers wishes to thank you for your presence here. We thank the Scientific and Cultural Facilities District, SCFD, for their ongoing support in all the arts and all the musical organizations in the Denver area. We thank all of our singers for learning new technical skills to continue making music. And thanks to all who use their voices to insist that our world and our society become less oppressive, more just, more open, more welcoming. Make them hear you.
Go out and tell our story, let it echo far and wide. Make them hear you, make them hear you. How justice was our battle, and how justice was denied. Make them hear you, make them hear you. And say to those who blame us for the way we chose to fight, that sometimes there are battles that are more than black and white. And I could not put down my sword when justice was my right. Make them hear you.
Go out and tell the story to your daughters and your sons. Make them hear you. Make them hear you. And tell them in our struggle we were not the only ones. Make them hear you. Make them hear you. Your sword can be a servant or the power of the pen. Teach every child to raise his voice and